Well, thank heaven it's Friday. Thank goodness for that. And when it's Friday, what you need is a little showbiz sparkle. And who better to give us that than the wonderful Josh Rom, the showbiz journalist from The Sun. Josh, good evening. Hello.
Hello, Vanessa. How are you doing?
I'm all right. Thank you very much. But I'm glued. I would be if I had a chance to the Gwyneth Paltrow court proceedings because all sorts of characters are appearing, including the daughter of the optometrist who says that Gwyneth knocked him over, flattened him, caused him brain damage and broken ribs. She says he actually bashed into her. It wasn't her at all. So I don't know who did what to whom. But the daughter, from what I could see at any rate, looked like a fabulously plausible and charming witness. Would you agree?
Yes, both daughters, two of his daughters actually the stand today, both of whom very much gave very emotional testimony to the court. Both of them saying how loving their father was, how much of an amazing grandfather he was. The second daughter that literally only just took the stand said that a year and a half after the accident, that's when she knew that something wasn't up. So, you know, we've had this kind of long-term mental health damage argument coming through. Gwyneth is expected to take the stand at any moment. She's expected to take the stand today. We've got 4 more days of the trial, which is going to be, you know, we're all going to be glued to this. Gwyneth wants to clear her name. Terry Sanderson, the retired optometrist, wants to hold Gwyneth accountable. Now in Utah law says the skier that was further downhill has right of way. So the question that is at the center of this case is which skier was down the hill. Now, just like Agatha Christie, there's also missing evidence. Apparently, there was a video link sent by Terry Sanderson to his family, something along the lines that it was titled, I'm famous, but at what cost? But the link to this video appears to be down. So, you know, we've got more mystery in this case.
Gosh. And I mean, I don't know whether you're making fashion notes here or whether you're not, but Gwyneth today looked very different from Gwyneth on the past 2 days. First of all, she had a head full of long hair extensions. Her hair had been shorter and much more her real hair for the first 2 days. Suddenly it was just a swishing mane of other hair, let's put it that way. And also she looked like she'd had the full Kardashian when it came to makeup, and very probably a little bit of a duck pout round the mouth as well. So a couple of fillers, excellently complex makeup, and a whole lot more hair than usual.
Yeah, so of course, during the first day, we saw Gwyneth looking very reserved in that cream turtleneck.
Yes.
And then she realised that the cameras were on her in court. Now, she had a problem with the cameras in court, and there were exchanges with the lawyers about what will be showing where. So I think it's clear now that Gwyneth wants to be seen to look more like the Gwyneth Paltrow that we all know and love. You know, we know she's taking to the stand at some point within the next couple of days. So I think for that reason, she has upped the presentation game there. There's also been another story. She wanted to give some of the court bailiffs treats. Her lawyer in court filed a motion in the spirit of what they called transparency to give the court bailiffs treats because of their behaviour. They've been so helpful. The judge denied this.
He said, quite right. You can't give presents. Can't give presents to court officials. Of course the judge denied. What an unbelievable idea. Can't do that. Can't be, I'm Gwyneth Paltrow said and buy you some expensive gifts. You can't do that. That's a terrible idea.
I think Gwyneth wants to appear like a nice person.
Doesn't matter. She can't do that in court. That's not the place to do that. Right, let's talk about Snoop Dogg and the Coronation.
Yes, this is such exciting news. So Snoop Dogg gave an exclusive interview to The Sun to my colleague Amanda Devlin. Now, he said that if he was called to sing at the Coronation or to perform at the Coronation, he would do so. The quote was, "Make it happen." Now, he's always said that he's always been a fan of the Queen. He said that back when he was accused of murder in the 1990s, the Queen was very nice to him and was very nice about him. The Queen said at the time how William and Harry were fans of his music. So he said, you know, if he's called to perform at the Coronation, he will happily perform. Of course, we know that artists such as Adele, Harry Styles, Ed Sheeran, recently Kylie Minogue have recently declined to perform owing to schedule conflicts. Kylie says due to the fact of Australia and due to republicanism in Australia that she doesn't think it's appropriate for her to perform at the coronation. But interestingly as well, Snoop wants to be a part of another part of British culture. He wants a role in Corrie. He says he's always been a fan of the soap. He loves the cinematography. He loves the acting. He loves the reality of it. And he says if they call him, he will do it.
I'd like to see him behind the bar at the Rovers. I'd like to see him pulling a few pints. I think he'd be magnificent. He would bring a little bit of flavour to Betty's hot pot, I would have thought. And finally, you've got about 2 seconds or less to say what's happening to Top Gear. They're shelving it.
Yeah, they're shelving the current series. Freddie Flintoff, one of the presenters, had a really bad accident. He broke ribs, had to catch a breath there, suffered facial injuries. They've said it's not appropriate to carry on filming, and they're going to conduct a health and safety review of the show along with BBC procedures.
Josh Rom, thank you very much indeed. Have a wonderful night. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Thanks to the entire team for bringing you the show all week. They've worked incredibly hard. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've certainly enjoyed talking to you all week, and I hope to see you on Monday at 4 o'clock. Lots of love.